Courtney, what a strange game of football. I don't quite know where to start with that, but a simple question, your assessment of the game, I guess.
Just glad to get the win, really. It was strange from the offset. I said to Joe sort of when he touched on the first 10-15 minutes, there weren't really any pace to the game. It was quite quiet. It was a bit eerie. It was like a bit of a pre-season friendly, and just couldn't put my finger on it why it was so that way. But games like that you look forward to because it's two competitive sides that both got aspirations of trying to get out of this league and trying to win a game here, and it should have been really open and free flowing, and it just gets ruined really by the sort of decisions that are made and the decisions that people make to do what they've done, and 2 sin bins, 2 red cards. There was no real flow to the game because it's as silly as it sounds, it's so hard to play against like 8 men because it's just you're just keeping the ball for long periods. They're banked in. It's really difficult. So we've had to be patient, and that was the message to the lads at half time, was just win the game anyhow. Just be patient. Chances will come, and listen, the goal that we've got just come off a clearance hit Chandler, and it's gone in. So we weren't fantastic, but the game dictates you have to go a little bit of a different way. You have to be patient, and if you would have said before the game you're going to win 2-0 and keep a clean sheet against Ashby Ivanhoe at home, you'd absolutely snap their hands off because they're a fantastic team, and full credit to them because they've really worked hard to make us create chances, and they're a good side, a good group, and obviously wish them well going forward. But we're happy to take the win today, however it's come.
How difficult is it to play against sort of 9/8? Because on paper people will look at it and go, top scorers in the league against 9 men, regardless of it being second in the table and decent defensively, but people will look at it and go only 2-0. But how difficult is it to play against 9 and 8 at times as well?
It is tough because the way we play with that shape, we try and create one-on-one situations and put people hard at the pitch, and you're having to really drop off. That they're banking in. They're just trying to keep it a 0-0 for as long as possible. And listen, that's what you've got to do. And they've had a couple of half chances that they could have got something out of it. And I think it is tough. It's just difficult to motivate yourself to keep going, and you're sort of hitting that wall all the time and trying to come back out and go out the other way. But we went a little bit of a different way. We chucked Tom up there to try and stretch it to keep the ball higher up, and the ball started to turn over a little bit, and we got a chance, and then we've dropped Tom back in to get back on it and stretch it again. So we've just tried to move him around as much as we could, but it is difficult. And as I say, full credit to them because I think if you're playing any other side, I think you do score 4 or 5. Against them we've had to really work hard to get a goal, and it's difficult. It's just it stops that free flowingness of it, and it ruins what should be a fantastic game really.
And in a game like that as well, I guess it's about keeping your heads as well, while others around are sometimes losing theirs, but keeping your heads and making sure that you keep 11 on the pitch.
Yeah, definitely, mate, and that's why we took Jack Beasley off at half time, because he'd been booked. The way he plays, he's aggressive, he gets tight. We didn't want it to get evened up, and he was unbelievable. And to drag somebody off after 45 minutes, he's probably been the best player on the pitch and kept two of the better strikers in the league, especially Sam Grouse, unbelievable forward for this level of football. Kept him quiet, frustrated him, and he's got himself sent off. And it's tough, mate. It's difficult to motivate yourself to keep doing that. And but no, I'm pleased because we've ground it out any way possible. 3 points was a must because against teams around where we are, even last season and this season, there's been question marks about us. Are we good enough to beat those sorts of teams? And however it's come, it's 3 points and a win and a clean sheet. So we'll take it.
And patience the key as well, especially when you're playing against a side who will naturally, with 9 men, sit deep and invite pressure, but deal with pressure as well. And patience being the key, and a little bit of good fortune with that first goal as well. Yeah,
I'm a firm believer in you create your own luck, and because we've knocked on the door, we've done the right things. We have remained patient, which is difficult to do because you want to snatch at things, you want to force things, which we did a little bit first half, and that's what we reiterated to them at half time. Listen, lads, you'll get a chance, you will score a goal here. They can't defend for 90 minutes that way as much as they've tried to, and it's just taking that chance when it comes. But patience is always key in those sorts of games, and I think for the last 10-15 minutes where we've really kept the ball really well and really wore them down because you've been patient and tried to move the ball and to slow them down a little bit. So as I say, it's a weird feeling because you didn't really feel like celebrating, although you've beat second in the league at home, and they've lost not many games all season, so it is a weird one, but we have to still enjoy it. It's a win at the end of the day, and if that happened to us, if it was under the foot, they'd enjoy it. So you've got to enjoy your wins, but strange ones.
3 wins inside a week, 2 clean sheets, and 1 goal conceded, 7 scored. Happy with that as a bounce back from the Droitwich defeat and then a 2-week layoff?
Yeah, we sort of said to the lads after Droitwich and before Horman, we've got to reset now. We've got our goals that we know what we want to do. We've brought a couple of fresh players in to try and freshen up. We moved a couple on again, and we've just sort of said, listen, our season sort of starts now. We can't affect what's happened before. We've lost too many games of football. Can we now be harder to beat? Try and keep more clean sheets. You know, be a little bit more stingy. We might not be as free flowing as we probably once were, because we've got an eye on now with the league as it is. You know, it's more of a 50-50. Like last season, we could just overrun teams and leave them to have a one-on-one opportunity. We won't want to try and do that now. So we're getting bodies back behind the ball quickly. You know, we're fluid in two shapes now, and we've got to use all the players we've got. You know, and going into this game, you know, it was difficult. You've not got your captain Lewis Rankin, you've not got Joe Obi you just brought in, you've not got Josh Glues who's been fantastic. You know, so you're missing Lewis Collins who's dropped out in the morning. So they're 4 players that get in your team or get in your squad. So, you know, coming into the game, it was difficult because we were having to change things around. But yeah, we're trying to be harder to beat. We're trying to make sure that now people have to earn their goals against us because we've given silly goals away. So yeah, hopefully it pays dividends. You know, we'll see. We're doing as much as we can. The lads have been fantastic. You know, the response after draw, which has been really good. We had some good training sessions. There's a good feeling about the place, and days like today will help that. You know, so we've got full confidence now. We'll train again in the week, and look forward to next Saturday, another bus trip, and have a bit of fun on that. And yeah, just see where it takes us. We can take it every game at a time now. I think at times we've probably looked past the now and sort of gone, okay, let's try and work towards this and work towards that. I think we've just totally stripped it back and just said to us, listen, it's every game at a time, and we'll see where we end up.